In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission, to bring freedom to everyone involved.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm doing a thing for the podcast.
Dude, just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends Podcast. Oh, shit.
Holy fuck, boys.
Dude, we made it. Somehow.
I wouldn't really call it making it.
Somehow.
We haven't been
made
banned, I think is the...
That's good enough for me. Fuck.
That's the podcast world, though. I don't know what you have to do to get banned, but...
I don't know.
Fucking... There's a couple of them that have figured it out.
Yeah. That's fucking...
But
what's his name? What's his name?
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones. He knows how to do it.
He had to start his own fucking network to still be heard. That's fucking dedication. But anyways, what the fuck we're talking about is that we are the Freedom Friends, and we are coming to you with episode fucking 100.
100. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, we are the Freedom Friends, and we are coming at you not even fucking close to live from where?
The Warfighter Tobacco Studios.
In?
Beautiful San Antonio, Texas.
I don't know if it's beautiful today. It's fucking, they can't seem to figure out what the fuck it's doing with the weather.
Yeah, Texas is moody right now.
I'm okay with it.
And
It's
today,
not snowing and it's not 100.
we are sans a Scotty boy right now. He'll be on here a little bit later. But we got our good friend and one of the first guests ever on this show, Mr. Jack Mandeville. Hi, Jack.
Texas weather is more bipolar than my ex-girlfriend, man.
Yeah, oh, yeah, for real.
And I want you to, since Scott's not here, can you just call me Scott Janston?
Janston.
Yeah, just call me Scott Janston for the rest of the show.
Mr. Janston.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you coming by.
Yeah, man.
Hanging out for
Tack
this
så mycket,
fucking...
guys. Tack så mycket. That's Swedish for thank you very much.
Yeah.
I am so impressed with your Swedish, how it's come along.
Oh, yeah.
Like you,
tack, yeah.
You have seriously like fucking committed yourself, and all it took was one cute chick to
Beautiful
fucking
woman,
force you
yeah.
to
I wasn't going to
it.
learn Swedish unless there was pussy involved.
Yeah, it's just pussy
So
motivation.
you're telling me that Swedish Snatch is so good you'll learn another language for it?
I mean, my girlfriend is absolutely drop dead beautiful.
I will give you that. That is a fucking good looking woman.
She's a Swedish woman. They did eugenics until the 70s. It paid off for them.
It's the truth, dude. It's the truth.
Yeah, no, she is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm dedicated to her in so many ways. But I mean, historically speaking, I'll do anything for a woman, right? So
That's fair.
If
That's
I was
totally fair.
If I was dating a Czechoslovakian chick, I would have been learning Czech.
So how many languages do you speak?
I speak oilfield Spanish, I speak Midwestern English, and I speak basic Swedish. I can count to 100. You want me to do it on air? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll stop.
So now the follow-up question to this is how many languages are you fluent in?
English. And I can be conversational in Spanish, but it's like dirty oilfield Spanish. Yeah.
So one.
It's a lot of,
exactly.
lot of okays and
I hear people, because I can tell when people are speaking like proper Spanish, like if they're from South America or Spain, I can tell the difference between like the Spanish I've been exposed to and.
Oh no, I totally know it because I'm from Texas and stuff. You're around it long enough to where, and especially if I've been drinking,
Yeah.
I'm a little bit more functional in Spanish. But then you get around somebody that speaks what's known as Castilian Spanish,
Yeah.
which is like actual Spanish.
Some asshole
And
from
you're-
Argentina.
And you're like, I have no fucking idea what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like that is like not even close.
like the accent's even different, man. Like it's just
Yeah, it's
I
just
speak kitchen Spanish.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I get more beans on the fly, please, and shit like that? Like,
Yeah.
And kitchen Portugal.
Yeah.
Portuguese.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, that's right. You're from where all those Portuguese are up there around New England.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you too, Mikey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never worked in the industry up there though. Not like you did.
It's interesting,
Yeah.
to say the least.
Yeah. So this podcast is brought to you by warfightertobacco.com. Use that code FreedomFriends. Score yourself a 15% off your order over there. And it's sweet as fuck on these tasty smoky treats.
Goddamn right.
As well as owellness.us. Use that code FreedomFriends25. Score yourself a quarter off your order over there for all your CBD needs. They got the tinctures. They got the patches. They
still
got
wanted to do beard oil.
I would love it if they did beard oil.
Thank you for reminding me because I've been busy as fuck and totally forgot.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make a note so I can bring it up to him.
Well,
Nice.
based on the function of CBD, it should help relax my beard.
Yeah. I still think just using one of their tinctures should work.
I like that. That joke has layers, man, and undertones.
I used your IKEA joke the other day.
How'd that go?
It's fucking great.
Yeah. Yeah, and I love how that just baits people in.
You should tell Jackie the IKEA joke.
Yeah, I want to hear an IKEA joke. I want to impress my girlfriend from Sweden. IKEA's headquartered out of Sweden.
Did you? So you heard that the CEO of Sweden won the presidency, or the CEO of IKEA won the presidency of Sweden.
That makes sense. It is one of their biggest national exports. Yeah.
So his first thing to do in office was to assemble his cabinet.
Zero fat on that thing, man. That is a certified fat-free joke.
God,
And I
gotta
like
send that to her.
I like how Jack
Did he really?
No.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what's great about it. That's what's great about it. Is nobody's paying attention to what the fuck is going on in Sweden.
But if I say
everybody's gonna. That makes so much sense.
Everybody I've told that joke to has done exactly what you. They're like,
yeah, the
yeah, I
prime
believe
minister.
it.
Yeah.
Like, I totally believe
They still have a royal family there, and
Yeah.
people don't realize that the king of Sweden is first cousins with Queen Elizabeth II of Britain. So
Dude, they're all inbred.
they're all related. Yeah. The king of Sweden and the Queen of England are first cousins.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And she also married her cousin as well. And they were married for a long time and had beautiful inbred babies like Charles. Teeth are all fucked up.
Yeah, you can. I could have guessed that with them ears.
Yeah. No, that's some good old fashioned European inbreeding.
Is that
going
why
on
all
with
the
those
people in
ears.
UK have fucked up teeth because they're all inbred?
No, that's just the,
No,
that's just the
that's-
royal
it's just
family.
that
No, yeah.
they also just in Europe
That part of Europe, because other
Well, they
European,
don't put
other
fluoride in
Europeans,
their water either.
yeah, but
other Europeans do care about dental health.
Northwestern Europe though doesn't give a fuck about teeth. Like that is so
They didn't-
low on
I
their
mean,
totem pole.
I think they do now. I think they finally got tired of American people just fucking making fun of them.
Yeah.
Well, it took till the internet got popular and they realized that everybody talks shit about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't just some salty Americans, it was the entire
Yeah, the
world.
whole-
Yeah.
Yeah, once Google became a platform, they were like, "Oh fuck, we gotta fix this."
Mummy, they talking shit about us on the internet. Brother, come here, brother.
Bruv. Yo, bruv. What's up with your teeth? What's up with your teeth, bruv?
I got a $5 saying my teeth are better than yours. Hey, could you pass me that bourbon?
I can.
I
And
appreciate
speaking of bourbon,
yeah,
this
we
is
got
a fine
gift
bottle of bourbon.
Yeah,
We got a couple
It's
gifts,
pretty
but
tasty.
this one we got Booker's dropped off by a friend of the show who's been a loyal supporter of the Freedom Friends for all 100 episodes. Our good buddy Dick Turn, he's affectionately known as. But Rich White, man, we appreciate the fuck out of you for bringing this by, man, and it's a tasty, tasty treat.
I just realized
To
that when he was
compliment.
in the military, his name was probably read out as White Dick.
I like it. I like it.
I've known him for like 2 years, and that just dawned on me.
Wow.
Oh god. No, I can't.
And and it's complimenting this Warfighter Victory cigar.
Yeah, which is a gift from Johnny Boy.
Decided we were gonna
it's
do some
100th
celebrating.
It's the 100th episode,
We gotta
man.
smoke something good on it.
Yeah, absolutely. And,
Jack, what are you smoking over there, bud?
A little Marlboro, to say the color in Swedish, a Marlboro Road.
Marlboro Road.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
How do you say road in Swedish?
I don't know. I know how to say speed, and I'm not kidding you. You know what speed is in Swedish? Fart.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So when you
Well,
speed,
That's
you fart.
amazing.
Yeah.
To roll is Volvo.
Oh, yeah.
That's where the car company got
Yeah.
its name.
And Biel is car. Min bil are blua. My car is blue.
Nice.
Yeah.
God damn, look at you with that fucking
We could-
kindergarten Swedish.
I appreciate you. Yeah. Her mother literally sent me children's Swedish books to help me along.
You know what
Dude.
this reminds me of?
That's brilliant, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you teach kids.
This
right?
reminds me when on Letterkenny when he starts learning French so he can
Oh,
talk to his
yeah.
fucking girlfriend.
Yeah.
And
Fucking
she'll
A.
call him on FaceTime and be like, do it. And he's got to do the alphabet.
A foreign
and-
piece of pussy will do that to you.
The thing
man.
is,
Shit.
too, like Sweden, they all speak, especially the closer into the cities you are, they all speak phenomenal English. There are some Swedes you can't even tell that they're speaking with an accent.
Yeah.
They speak such phenomenal English.
Do they speak like the Queens or do they speak like Americanized English?
She speaks Americanized English, but
Yeah.
and like a guy like Alexander Skarsgård, the actor,
Yeah.
if you hear he can play, and he plays majority of the characters he's played the last 20 years are American characters, and he's played characters from the South, from everything, right? You'd never know that guy's Swedish.
Yeah.
He speaks American
He's Professor Lambeau in Good Will Hunting.
Well, that's his father. That's his father.
Oh.
Dude,
Stellan Skarsgård.
all the Skarsgårds are up there. Like, they're all
Bill
acting.
was in it. There's their whole family. But no, the majority of them speak British style English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The couple of Swedes that I've met that speak English, in my opinion, they speak supervillain English. It's like, it's weirdly accented, but you can't locate it. And it's like super formal and everything's perfectly enunciated.
Yeah.
And everything.
Yeah.
It's like Bond villain English.
Yeah,
And it's
no,
like,
it really
I don't
is.
know where you're from, but
You're terrifying.
but you also just, you're confirming that I'm not as smart as you.
And why
like, just in the way you
and why
speak.
are you so attractive?
Yeah.
It's almost like somebody just like, bred out the ugly.
Yeah,
and
well, again,
murdered
that's
everybody.
eugenics,
they
man.
practiced eugenics until the 1970s.
Yeah.
Even America, we were long past that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we quit that shit in like what?
I think the 20s or so,
Yeah.
we were over it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They kept going for it.
Let's just go.
And then you get handsomes like Alexander Skarsgård out of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got like look at the Swedish bikini team from the 80s. Like they were the epitome of sexy.
Dude, look at the
Yeah.
Swedish bikini team now.
Well, I haven't seen them,
Yeah.
and I'm sure they're still really
By the
hot.
way, that's the average gas station attendant in Sweden. Like they
What
just
is
they kind
it?
of like all fucking look like that.
They are
Yeah, that Norse blood is strong.
good looking group of folks up there.
Like-
And the funny thing is, I don't even think they realize it either. Like
No.
they don't see themselves the way that the world does.
That's a lot like if the only car for sale was a Mercedes. Is the Mercedes really fancy anymore? Like
Right.
it's just like, nope, this is just the standard.
Or in their
Yeah.
case, a Volvo. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean, if you guys, Jazz, you're a cultured guy. You guys are cultured too, and don't think that I was leaving you out and directing it towards Jazz because I don't think you're cultured. Okay, don't put that accusation on me. But Jazz, you're a cultured guy.
I try to be.
If you ever want recommendations on Swedish movies, I've been watching. Swedes, for a country of 10 million people, they make incredible cinema.
There's
so-
there's quite a few breakout directors that have come out of Sweden that have gone up and directed much larger projects
It's crazy
that
how
made small like
that-
indie house
Oh yeah,
art films and
that
stuff.
Fjörgen Djurgen dude.
That guy.
Yeah.
and they never really got into the colonizing game. So you're never going to hear Swedish really spoken outside of Sweden. You'll hear it in Thailand because they all go to Thailand all the time. But
Well, the Vatican.
yeah, Swedish.
No, I'm just fucking with you, dude. It's Switzerland.
And they stayed out of a lot of these world wars and all that. They've always kind of been they've always done their own thing for a country of only 10 million people, which is
I knew this was happening.
about the size of New York City.
Fuck me.
I knew this was happening.
Yeah, they've really they have huge automotive manufacturing. They have, the IKEA, H&M, major corporations, incredible arts. It's crazy what they've done with. They disproportionately are playing at high Olympic levels and setting a
No,
disproportionate.
it's quite an
Yeah.
amazing country.
I knew it was happening.
You can't be mad at it.
No, I'm not mad.
So,
I'm actually
I'm surprised it's not the big bottles.
watermelon mimosa. I'm a little
Yeah, I'm not
intrigued.
mad at that. Yeah.
I figured they'd be the
So
big bottles.
it is our 100th episode, so we can only expect for somebody to show up with ice. I was kind of hoping we were going to dodge it, but
Yeah.
apparently not. And
Of
is
course,
fucking
Caitlin
here.
just walked in and iced us all. And
Let's do this and get out of the way.
yeah. So actually, one of the topics I wanted to discuss tonight was some of our favorite and least favorite stuff over the last 100 episodes.
You know,
and
my
one of the things that I
favorite-
would be okay with going away
what?
is the random icings that fucking happen all the
Yeah,
time.
right.
So-
One of my favorites was when I went on that 30 days no drinking and you guys made a whole bunch of disgusting fucking drinks.
yeah, they were.
And I didn't have
You
to
only
drink them.
missed-
It was great.
You only missed one gross one.
Yeah, everything else was awesome. Everything else was
you
really
guys were
good.
grogging it or what?
No, we made one that we saw on the internet, and it was
Mikey saw on the internet.
it was quite literally if date rape was a drink,
What do we name it? Like
the
date
popped
rape,
collar.
date rape in a cup. It was
Yeah.
like this drink would have like raped somebody in an alley and then gotten away with it with their white privilege type of fucking drink. Like it was
No, like some
it was
real
terrible.
It was
Kevin Spacey
that
shit.
drink came from the era when people were wearing like two polo shirts and popping both the collars.
yeah, yeah.
It
Von
was
Dutch
it
was popular.
Yeah, it was one of those
So
drinks.
it was what was it? It was a Jaeger bomb with
Already off
with
to a pretty.
It was a Jaeger bomb with a White Claw.
Oh,
shit!
yes.
Now I got a new 10. God damn
I
it!
was hoping for
no, me too.
I've been hoping for it.
And it had that stuck in the top. Fuck. God damn it.
We'll count them for you. Go ahead. Drop down. I want to see a straight back.
Fuck yes. That makes this Smirnoff so much
I
better.
Is
wanna
there
see a straight
something when
back.
you say
If you-
WC?
if you say it, you have to do 10.
push-ups.
Oh.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Will you do me a favor and do
Hey,
another-
where's my one for Chesty?
Yeah. Hey, Mikey. So you did 11, right?
Yeah.
Will you do me a favor, do another 11 just to make sure our veterans are taken care
I'll
of?
do another 10 and keep the other guy guessing.
All right. Should we do this? I never get fucking through this. Like, this is like, what, number 6 with this shit? I've never made it.
Happens all the time.
Cheers.
Hey, here's to 100, boys.
Cheers to
I got
100.
alcoholism knees, guys.
Oh, God.
Yep. It's still cold. That came into my soul, though. Fuck. Jesus. Thank you, Caleb.
Well, I'll throw that. Oh, look. Holy shit.
Look at you.
Oh. I like how she dropped those off and now she's deucing.
She
Yeah,
just
she just
straight
walked
fucking
up
walked out.
For
This-
you guys that are listening and not watching, Jazz actually chugged his whole Smirnoff.
you want to
It
know
was
what?
the first
I am
time.
not mad at watermelon mimosa
That's
Smirnoff.
straight up. That tastes like Jolly Rancher.
Yeah,
That was
that's
delicious.
Good stuff. Here, I'm going to get that to you, gentlemen.
Nice.
We're going to save one for Scott.
Yeah, we'll save one for Scott.
Well, we got one. We got to pass over to the producing team.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Pass that thing over there.
I'll take him the rest.
So one of my favorite
Episode we
one of my favorite moments on the show was when Haley confirmed that she was real.
yes.
And she just comes in, doesn't tell anybody she's coming, just walks in, grabbed my mic, was like, "I'm real," and then walked out and flipped us off.
Right?
Like that was probably one of my top that's in the top 10.
The other thing with that is there's no way Haley could have done that different. That would have been a better introduction
Right.
of Haley. Like that was a 5-second interaction with the show
Well, I think
that summed up everything you need to know about Haley.
But I think the best part about it was like Scott and I have never seen her before. None of us knew that she was coming.
Yeah.
So when she walked in the
you were
door,
like,
we all
"Oh,
looked.
somebody's
And I was
here."
like about to get up, be like, "Hey, we're fucking closed." No.
I started following her on Instagram because I just saw Fahey there, and I'm like, oh, she's got to be related to Mike somehow. So I just followed her back.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you met her when we did Michelle's birthday. You met her here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's when
the
you
first
met
time I met. Yeah.
See, I knew she was real,
Yeah.
but only sort of because I had seen her. At that point, I'd never been to Mikey's house.
Yeah.
So I'd only ever seen her like at events. Like so Mikey and I had gone out drinking together. We'd hung out together. We'd done all of these things. I
but
had
they're
never
not one of those codependent couples where you would suspect that
Right.
they weren't hanging on each other or
Yeah.
anything
But-
like that.
she would just show up for like 90-minute windows of time at events and stuff like that.
He's like, "You're hiring this bitch."
So I started to have this theory that there was like,
This is an actress.
I'm pretty sure it's like, how much are you an hour? All right, I can do 90 minutes. Like that.
The way my bank account's
Yeah,
set
the
up.
way my bank account is set up is I can afford about 90 minutes.
Back then, I could not.
Yeah.
And you guys,
No, you're
all
right.
know
When that first
Yeah.
happened, that was
I was rough.
That was like
I was
that
not
was like
in a good
Mike,
way.
you want to go get it lunch? It's on me.
I'd be like, "Thanks, buddy. Yes, I will."
It was not to dog on Mikey, because trust me, if you're a friend of Mikey, he could be broke as a joke. And if you had like nowhere to go or didn't have a meal or whatever, his door's going to be open. He's going to take care of you. Like,
Yeah.
he's a good dude. But at the time, it was literally like, dude, I got kids and a mortgage, and that's about all I'm budgeted for right now. Like, that is,
the boys were fed.
of course they were.
So as long as they were fed and happy,
Dude, you would have been
I was
turning
like,
tricks on the corner to take care of your boys.
Sure,
I know you.
sure.
Like,
You could just Uber or something, but yeah.
at the time,
In his Moto Jeep.
my Jeep didn't qualify because it has to be like a certain year and a certain like
your
thing.
Jeep
and all
was
that.
too old.
Yeah.
Well, you were talking about going back to the box to try and make some money. Like,
Yeah,
it
I was like
yeah.
this close to heading back to Afghanistan to fucking take contracts again.
No shit.
Yeah, I was about ready to go to the fucking food bank, feed the family and shit.
Yeah.
Like it was getting rough.
There's
it was
no
rough.
shame in taking care of your family, man.
Yeah.
No.
And you know what? Uncle Sam's done nothing in over the years but fucking take. You know, it's okay to take take a little bit from that son of a bitch at times.
And that's the thing is like I've never been on Wick. You know, like growing up, we had it. You know, that's because we were poor as fuck.
I've been on Wick, yeah.
But
not like
I've never
as an
been
adult,
on Wick. You
but
know,
yeah.
like,
but as a kid, there was definitely milk and cheese getting bought with a fucking little coupon book.
the old Land O'Lakes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Land O'Lakes is a good Minnesota company.
I agree.
Dude, I always forget you're from Minnesota.
You betcha.
I still buy the butter. That's the butter in my fridge at home.
Even though they got rid of the Indian and kept the land.
Yeah. Fucking classic white people. Jesus.
Dude, I'm stuck on Kerrygold now. I just can't come off the shit.
Well, Kerrygold's just fucking phenomenal Irish
and they sell
butter.
it at Costco. I can buy like 2 pounds of Kerrygold at a shot.
Yeah. Yeah, but
like, why would I buy anything else?
Let's talk about butter for a second. I have a problem with butter when I go shopping.
Why?
Because
too
it
fucking
doesn't
much
matter how much butter I have at my house. I always, when I walk by, I'm like, I need some butter, and I get butter.
Yeah,
right?
Because it's
literally
one of those
to
things,
the point.
It's one of those things you forget that you have.
But to the point where, like, so Dave lives with me. And we'll go to the grocery store, and I'm like, "Oh, I need butter." Dave's like, "No, the fuck you don't." And I'm like, "Ah, thanks, buddy. I forgot.
No more butter."
I like how you have like your hetero life mate, like keeping you in check at home, dude.
Oh,
He's like, "Bro, you don't need butter."
I have the next my favorite thing, and I would love to see it come back. So for like the first 6 months of the show, there was new grills at both your house and then like John's house.
You fucking cook me.
It wasn't even your house. There was one parked out here and shit because you didn't even have your house yet.
Office.
There was one in the front office.
That's right.
There was one at your rental and all that kind of stuff.
So for old time's sake, and I'm gonna look in this camera and say it, Traeger, give us money.
There you go.
Yeah.
I fucking miss hearing that like every episode because almost always when we do the weekend check, it was, hey, what'd you do? And it was I smoked 25 pounds of fucking brisket.
There's some
this
meat on the
weekend or
Traeger.
whatever.
I was like, oh,
And it was
really?
like-
Traeger, give us money.
Yeah. And I'm actually this upcoming weekend will be joining the smoker club. I will have one of my very own pellet smoker. I'm not getting a Traeger, however.
It's because they didn't give us money.
I am getting a Rectech.
Oh yeah, I've heard good things.
Yeah.
Literally does the same thing a Traeger does.
Yeah.
Rectech, give us money.
The hoppers are bigger.
Yeah.
And the handle is a set of bullhorns that you grab and you fucking open it up. But it's absolutely phenomenal. And
it's very Texas of you.
Well, I'm actually getting it because it was my late father-in-law's smoker. He got it for his birthday, and then so it's like 4 months old.
You know,
Got it for Christmas, didn't he?
That's his birthday's right before Christmas. Christmas
I
birthday.
remember your wife going like, "I'm going to buy him this fucking grill," and she was like,
"Yeah, it cost us money."
She was like, "This is bullshit."
Yeah, we paid for part of the smoker, but
I'm not one of those people that get. I don't fetishize nostalgia. I'm not one of those America was much better back in the day type of dudes. But I will say something we've gotten away from as a society that was a good thing about us, and I wish we would do again. Unfortunately, it's hard when we live in Walmart culture. But the idea of having a quality piece of furniture, quality piece of equipment that you hand on down to the family, you know, dinner sets,
like
china,
like estate sales type of stuff.
Yeah,
that was really good shit.
If you have a quality grill, it's like, why toss something like that? That should be generational, right?
You know what? I'll throw something to you. I talked to these guys about it, and you'll appreciate this from a history standpoint. One of the things that we just got, I went and bought all new bookcases and stuff for it, but we were given 58 years of unbroken National Geographic.
That's insane. And honestly, like, because the great thing about I'm sorry to interrupt, but the great thing about National Geographic is the quality of writing and photography in that is almost timeless. You're not missing. It's not like picking up a Time magazine from the 70s where the world is changing. It's not relevant. Yeah. A National Geographic, you are learning.
It's an archive.
It's an archive of our species,
and
of,
that's the
of
thing
our
is
planet.
So I have it unbroken from January of 1960 to December of 2017. It is every issue unbroken all the way through.
The best photographers in the world, the best writers in the world.
Is the reason I was asked if I wanted it, and it's from Caitlin's family, and I was asked specifically if I wanted it, was her mom knows that I do media creation for a living, and I am and have been a professional photographer.
Which is a good professional reference.
And so she was like, I know photography is a big part of what you do. Do you want these? And I was like, without hesitation, was like, yeah 100%.
I remember I called you and I was like, what are you doing? You're like, I'm putting together bookcases.
Yeah.
And I was like,
So I literally I brought them all home.
Random, dude. He's like,
it took both of our vehicles to get them all home because they were all boxed by year. And I went and bought 3 bookcases that are arranged to fit in a corner. And they're in there in sequential order. And I got top lights for them and everything. So I have this like full library setup.
That'll be important for your children to have access.
I'll never have kids, but yeah, sure.
Justin's kids will get them someday.
Yeah.
So now I'm on.
Justin, start coming.
So now I'm on the hunt. What I want to do is I want to get. So it ends at December of 2017. I want to get 18, 19, 20. And up through 21, and then start my own subscription.
Which shouldn't be hard to.
Shouldn't be because we're talking about the last 3 years or so. So
they are, but right now, I'm sure back in the day, back in the '60s, they were maybe doing, one issue a month. Where these days they'll put out a couple issues a month. They always have a special.
The subscription is still one a month, so you get the dated issue. Yeah. And then there's all those specialty ones. Yeah. And I'm staying out of that game because I'm not even trying to hunt that shit down.
At this point, when I go to an airport, I don't pick up print magazines anymore. But when I see a National Geographic, I got a 2-hour flight. I'm like, this is gonna consume my time.
The really cool thing about these is that not only is the series unbroken, all the maps are still in each National Geographic that came with the map. A friend of mine actually came over. Bill, y'all have met.
Yeah.
He came over and we were pulling issues.
So like Yugoslavia in there and shit.
Well, the cool thing was we started pulling
USSR.
Like almost every couple of years, they would do a Middle East issue.
Yeah.
And so we started pulling the different Middle East issues and watched over the last 50 years, like how much
Israel fucking
that map has changed.
All the lines that have changed, the leadership that has come and gone in that region.
Like there was one map in there for East Pakistan or West Pakistan and East Pakistan.
It used to be India.
Well, and now the map has changed and like India's taken over part of it again and that map line has changed again.
Yeah.
And
that's what happens when you have a bunch of European colonizers go in and draw arbitrary lines because they're like, well, if we can't keep this land anymore, we might as well just divvy it out to the locals and not put any thought into how we do this. We'll just draw some lines.
One of my favorite issues was from like the 70s, and there's a flight path that shows like all that, like the flight that you could do through it. And I'm like looking at some of the flights that you could take from like one country to another, and I'm like, not anymore.
Yeah.
That shit didn't work that way anymore.
Yeah, because
like Baghdad to Kabul, I'm all set.
No, it was like fucking Turkey into like fucking Palestine and shit. And it was like,
Iraq, Baghdad still has really good routes.
Yeah.
It's also cheap as fuck. If anybody's curious, you can actually fly into Baghdad for like pretty low money.
You can, If you go to Amman, Jordan or something like that, it's probably like $80 for a flight to Baghdad.
I looked at it one time. It was like 700 round trip to go to Baghdad and back.
Speaking of Amman, I had a, and we'll get to, matter of fact, we'll just do weekends. You know what I'm saying? This weekend, Satmar had a meetup on Saturday, so I went to the Satmar meetup. And before that, my buddy Mike, I think you know Mike Clinton.
Satmar is the Saturday Marys.
Yes, the Saturday Marys, the street games, the street gang Saturday Marys here in San Antonio, and we had a meetup on Saturday. But
they're a weird charity. They go through. They paint over current graffiti, but then put their own graffiti on top of it.
They're like the buttercream.
It's like a weird. Yeah. It's a weird. It's a weird system.
Yeah, well, it's like the inception of street art. So
they're like Banksy, but nobody wants it.
Mike was having his like 50th birthday or some shit, and so he rented out he had a space in like a rooftop bar downtown. So I went down there and I took this Uber.
Which one? Don't tell me it was fucking the most overpriced rooftop bar in San Antonio.
Which one?
Fucking Paramore.
No.
God fucking damn.
No. This one
I don't trust any bar that doesn't put prices on their menu.
What's the hotel that's right across the street? And Jack, you'll probably know this one. It's right across the street from the Tropic one.
The
Johnson?
Rainforest Cafe?
No.
The Hard Rock?
No. I would have got that.
Are we just going to name tourist trap hotels?
I think it's the Johnson Hotel. It's downtown. It's
the one that still says LBJ on the side of the fucking building?
I think so, yeah.
You know they petitioned to try and take his name off that?
Why?
They have the freaking Robert E. Lee Hotel down there.
They petitioned to take that off there too.
That makes more sense than LBJ.
No, it doesn't.
LBJ was kind of a dick, but not a Robert E. level, I'm going to Be a treasonous dick.
Erasing history accomplishes nothing.
Anyways, so I went down there to his thing, but on the way down, my Uber driver was from Amman, Jordan.
Oh, yes.
And
One of my favorite cities on earth.
Yeah, it's a great place.
I'm
I've been
going
there.
back there.
Yeah, and I was like, it's a beautiful place. Great food.
Yeah.
The food there's amazing.
Yeah.
You know
You
where
know
I
what
want to
mean?
go is Budapest.
Yeah, I'd love to.
I want to go spend like 4 days in Budapest.
It's fun.
So like, but I'm talking to this guy, and he's been in America for 30 years or whatever, and we're talking about like, basically get into like geopolitical conversation, you know what I mean? And this dude was so insightful and just so like well thought out.
Jordan's
And-
a badass country.
Yeah.
Badass people there.
well, he was born there. He lived in Kuwait as a kid.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's not a badass
And he was
country.
like, it fucking sucked. But he's like, but I have very, very fond memories of it as a child. And it was very, very nice. He's like,
Yeah, because he didn't want to drink when he was 12.
yeah, right.
When you become 21, you want to get the fuck out of Kuwait.
And he left Kuwait when he was in 1988, and I was like, just in time.
Yeah,
like
right.
he made it out just in time.
Well, it's like
buddy.
anybody that
And
you'll
then-
meet that's older generation from Lebanon.
yeah,
And those guys, and they're like,
Super
we
secular.
We fled in like 88, 89.
like skin of their balls,
Oh,
bro.
man.
People,
Yeah.
and people forget with places like Lebanon, Americans unfortunately kind of clump all Arabs into the same category, which is just not fair because
It's kind of racist.
and it is, and it's in its core it is, but
Well,
like it's ignorant, right? But
that's
like,
what I was about to say. And what it is, it's actually regional ignorance.
yeah,
You don't
but
realize-
the thing is, like every Arab country is truly a different place, and so a country like Jordan's one of my favorite countries on the planet.
well, that's like somebody calling somebody from Afghanistan Middle Eastern, and it's like
no, they're not Arab. Yeah.
yeah, they're not Arabic people like at all, man. Like,
Yeah, well, but they're Muslim. I'm like, yeah, there's Muslims in Indonesia, there's Muslims in Canada.
like, yeah. I mean,
fucking look at France.
like,
Yeah.
right now France is
Well,
overrun. Shit.
they're Algerian typically. They're yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but like there's like places like Lebanon historically have been great countries, and Jordan is still a badass country. And fuck, even when I was in the invasion of Iraq in 2003, and I didn't realize it at the time because I'd never been to another Arab country. But now looking back on it in 2003, my first interactions with Iraqis, especially urban Iraqis, those people were fucking down to goddamn party.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They had a fucking secular party. They wanted the same things we want. They had posters of Britney Spears in their
Well,
shops.
you have to.
Yeah.
Well, just take a look at 80s Iraq.
Oh,
Like-
the thing
Oh, dude,
Saddam
pre-
Hussein was people forget he wasn't a religious extremist. He was a secular leader who
Yeah.
was trying to bring.
Now, don't get me wrong. He did evolve.
Not a nice guy.
He did evolve into like just straight despotism.
Not a great
But-
dude. Ask the Kurds.
But the Ba'athist Party did provide. They were the shield between religious extremism in that region, which that region needs.
well, that's
shield.
like I would
Yeah.
challenge. I
Yeah.
would challenge anybody to go, like everything that we know about Iran now, and go look at Iran in like
Persian
85.
people are some of the most democratically minded people in the world. They
But
have
pre-religious zealotry. Iran was quite possibly one of the most advanced metropolitan countries you would ever see. They
Yeah.
were ahead of the curve.
and they're still
before
low
the
key.
downfall.
They're still low key. Like they hold on to that. The average citizen does. Now, of course, their
They're still
government.
getting one of my nukes.
Yeah, but the average Iranian citizen is still they've got that same mindset.
Well, they have the memories of when they used to be
yeah.
just a.
Now they got to sneak around for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But there was a great documentary I saw a few years ago about an American basketball player playing in Iran and him coming up against the cultural obstacles. But like you find out that everybody still is down to fucking party and be themselves there. They just have to fucking hide. But the women there still want to frickin' have a nightlife. The men there still want to have a nightlife. They still want
they still
that.
do that
That's
baller
why
New
they-
Year celebration.
That's why they almost had that revolution. I think it was 2011.
it
Yeah.
looked like it was going to work. But
Yeah, they were on the cut, and that says a lot about them as a people.
Yeah.
They were trying to break out of that. But when you have a violent military and police force that keeps putting you down, it's harder to break out of that.
So, John, what about you? What's a favorite show memory you got from the last 100 episodes?
Oh fuck!
Well, I guess 99 episodes.
The hard part is I don't remember. like, I mean, we
When you
literally-
put
we
drink
can- we
on in the
can get-
tagline, it gets
We
rough.
can get
Yeah.
done recording, and I can walk out that door, and my phone will ring 10 minutes later. And be like, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, it's good done recording a podcast. So what'd you guys talk about? I'm like,
I got nothing.
I don't fucking
I don't know,
I have
stuff.
no idea.
Stuff and things.
Yeah.
No, because it's oftentimes I'll fucking go back and I'll listen to our show. Like on like the drive to work or some shit. And I'll start laughing because I don't remember the conversation that we had. I'm like, fuck, that's hilarious. Like shit. Like,
I mean, there's some guest moments
yeah.
that were fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Jack was actually one of them.
Yeah.
Another one was Rich. Hi.
Yep. Having Rich
that's-
on there.
Rich.
I like when Jack sat in that chair right there with no shirt on.
I think
No, every time he walks in front of the camera, he took his shirt off just to walk in front of the camera. It didn't say anything about
that
it.
was one of the best episodes. Is we
And I don't
essentially
think he was on the show. He
No,
was
no,
just,
no,
he
he
was
wasn't.
Just hanging out.
that was one of the best times that Jack was ever on the show, but not on the show.
Yeah.
Like it was.
I was just hanging out.
Yeah.
And the boys from Grow Your Ass Off.
That was fun.
That was a good
That
time.
was a good time.
But,
of course, our
yeah,
boys,
yeah.
the Vet Pivot Boys, for their 100th episode.
Oh yeah, that was
when
dope.
they came out. That was awesome.
I love when we have the guests on, but Rich High on, and we ended up on that fucking 45
Oh,
minute.
God.
It was a long. That was a long show.
Well, that 45 minute
dialogue.
dialogue that we had.
Where
If
he was just like, "Hey, Kamala,
yeah, and all of us were in on it.
we gotta beat
it
the
was
Orange
just-
Man."
Like it was because all I did was I brought up that if Harry Carey had survived, Biden is just Harry Carey in his 70s.
Yeah, that's a good.
And Rich,
Biden would have been perfect for '90s SNL cast.
and
yeah.
Oh yeah,
I brought that up, and Rich just went off
Yeah.
for like half an hour, and it was just like, holy shit!
we gotta stop the Orange Man.
Yeah.
Cubs win.
You know what I love about Rich is never. I can't think of any cop, any especially just municipal cop in America that's had so much media coverage
Seriously.
for nothing to do with his actual. Well, he's never. The thing with him is it's never been about any. It's never about anything that he's done. Like he's never freaking killed an unarmed guy or any of the controversial things police are involved with. It's always he's made national news 3 times.
Yeah,
But it's always for like you see it and you're like, oh, that's kind. The one time was when Vine and TikTok or Vine was becoming a thing.
Yeah.
You know, early on, police departments didn't have policies about what their cops were doing on social media.
sure.
So he did a video about him snorting coke out of the evidence locker that got him suspended, and it became a free speech issue, right? I mean, as a actor, as a writer, I think that's fucking hilarious to do a joke like that. His police department didn't think that was hilarious.
Yeah, right.
I just like that Rich High is now the standard for any of the vet media companies that are still affiliated with a branch of service. All of his bio, like about pages, are his disclaimer,
Oh yeah,
and that
because
disclaimer
he's also in the army.
because he's also in the army, and
Yeah.
that's become like the standard disclaimer
Yeah.
that anybody
But
that
he
still serves and is making media.
No one has ever shut him up. He's still at it. Like, and the second time he made national news was he fucking knife-handed a fucking
Judge.
That video is amazing.
He's like, dad, and
guy, and fucking doing the drill sergeant thing in his
it's so
face.
awesome.
And like anyone, it doesn't matter what your political affiliation, what your I'm sure upper class fucking douchebags were appalled, but like anybody watching that is like, fuck yeah.
You know what? I
Anybody
actually,
that's had
I
to
think
stand
we-
in
I
traffic
think we
court
all-
alone
Yeah.
has just been like, oh god, I wish I
we
could've
all
done that.
watched that together in Florida with Rich.
I talked to Rich earlier, and he wanted me to give him a buzz on the show. Actually,
Nuh-uh.
he did
For episode 100.
for episode 100. So let's give Rich a call.
I'm gonna laugh if he doesn't answer.
I know, right?
That would be about par for the course for our show.
That would be par for the course.
What's up, homie?
Oh,
Hi, buddy. Welcome, Rich High, aka Hangry Cops. Welcome to episode 100, pal.
What's up, homie?
How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm actually, to be quite honest with you, I just finished shooting one of my videos I'm gonna be making soon. And then I discovered that not only should I make an addition to that, I think I need to make a response to the horrible Army video called The Calling.
Oh, what happened?
Well, basically, it's these 5 really cringy videos that the Army used to
Rich,
boost enlistment,
Rich, are you
And they
talking
made
about
it,
the one
really-
where the dude's a
really
cook?
cringy and cartoony, and it's been all over the internet recently.
Are you talking about the one where the dude's a cook?
Where the guy's a chef and he's like the what do they call him? The nourisher or whatever the fuck it is, and he's slicing up video.
That one. I thought it looked kind of cool.
Oh my god!
But no, I'm talking about the video with the chick with 2 moms.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, you got to pander to the lesbians. Come on.
I mean, there's nothing wrong.
You don't need to pander.
And one of the jokes is I'm like, oh, we're all going to be all upset because 2 women are making out. I love it when 2 women make out. I watched it, and then I was talking to another Instagram person called Pizza Strike who makes
a lot of dick jokes,
unit patches, but puts dicks in them.
Yeah,
it's hysterical. And all of a sudden, I was just like, "Oh my lord, I should make a parody video and put myself in this."
Hey, I'm gonna switch you to FaceTime real quick because there's someone here that you need to see as well.
Okay.
Oh, nothing bad can come of this.
No.
Because I got this one.
Hey, Jack.
Hey, Richard.
Here's my
Nice to you.
handsome man.
Yeah, can't wait to see you in a couple weeks.
Such a handsome man.
Oh, I can't wait to see you too, bud.
How did this
Are you
show
coming out
become?
is he coming out for Burbiz?
Yes.
Hi, buddy. Fuck yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Hello.
How did this show become like the amateur sidekick to all the people that make real veteran media? Like, how the fuck did that happen?
That's a good question.
It's like somehow
You
we
decided to
know.
make a podcast. That's your answer. You could have been one of us, but you decided, I just want to talk to people. Lazy.
All right, that's fair. I'm gonna give him that one. That's fucking fair.
You know us too well.
Well.
So, well, I mean, we were lucky enough to have you on. So, for the 100th episode, we were talking about kind of on the last 99 episodes, some of our favorite moments, and you came up. We were talking about having you on the show, and the.
I hope I came up. We did like 3 fucking hours of it.
Well, we were talking
Probably
specifically.
the longest running podcast next to Joe Rogan. Like, talk with Elon Musk or whoever eats mushrooms with them.
Yeah. But we were talking about the comparison between Joe Biden and Harry Carey.
How I went off on a tangent.
And how that went off the
20
rails
minutes.
for almost an hour. So
The show would have only been 45 minutes if you would.
Hey, Kamala, we got to stop the orange man. Cubs win.
Cubs win.
Hey, why do you think my son likes crack so much, huh? He keeps losing all of his computers. Okay.
Hi. Who the fuck put stairs on an airplane?
I'm supposed to be flying.
Well, we wanted
What
to.
was the deal with that pipeline thing? I need some oil for my croutons in my salad. Is that the wrong one?
Yep. And that's how we got a fucking 3.5 hour episode.
There's that right there.
That right there. Well, buddy, thank you.
God doesn't think I'm funny. Oh.
Well, thanks, buddy. I just wanted to call and say that we love you, dude. We were happy that you were a part of our first 100. And we hope to have you out here again, whenever you aren't, off, saving the world there in Buffalo or, protecting us from, us, those dangerous crackheads that spit on cars.
Yeah, I'll probably be busy that day, but
Well, we love you, dude, and looking forward to seeing you next month.
all right, brother. I'll see you soon.
All right, buddy.
Take care.
Later.
Can I tell a story that says everything about his character?
100%.
We were in Atlanta a couple years ago, and we had a show to do that night, but we were kind of enjoying the day. And I don't hate homeless people, but I just don't like dealing with them, and I ignore them. No matter what they're asking for, I pretend like they don't exist.
Yeah.
I don't hate you. I just don't appreciate your existence.
I just don't see you. I don't. Ew, gross. But we're walking down the street.
I don't hate herpes, but I don't want it.
Yeah. We're walking down the street, and a homeless guy is like, "Hey, man, can you give me some money?" And Rich just turns around, and I did what I did, which is kept fucking walking. But no, Rich just stops dead in his tracks, looks at him, and goes, "I don't give money, but I will buy food. If you want some food, I can get you food." Right? Like he'd done this a million times, and the guy is just caught off guard, and he's like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "All right, let's go to Subway," and Rich marched him right in there. bought him a 12-inch Subway sandwich, and then brought him back out and said, "Have a good day, man." And then I just stood there and smoked cigarettes while I was waiting for them to get his meatball sub. But yeah,
sitting there awkward as shit.
but it says
like,
everything about
That's
him.
fucking
is he
rich to a
doing?
T.
Yeah,
That's
man.
like exactly what you
Yeah,
expect.
he's all the shit that he talks and all his wildness. He's got a huge heart.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think he would do what he does as a profession if he didn't really give a shit.
No, and I think cops, if there's anyone that is able to empathize with the homeless, if you notice with a lot of urban police officers specifically,
Well, you interact with them.
they typically have the best rapport with homeless out of anybody in the community because they interact with them all the time.
Yeah.
And most of the time, unless like the city's breathing down their necks and making them fucking get rid of them and shit, usually you see with cops, they do have a very they have a cordial, at the very least, relationship with the homeless population,
Yeah.
where people like me, civilians like me, it's easy for me to ignore them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weren't you telling me earlier that you just got yelled at?
Oh yeah. So this happened the other day. Speaking of homeless things, actually it was a very transformative experience I had the other day.
Yeah.
I walked down. I like to smoke my Marbreds, so I walked. Road. I walked down the street to a Shell station every day to get my pack of cigarettes, and there's a homeless guy I pass every single day, and he's one of those like scream at invisible people homeless guys,
Yeah.
right? I don't want to have to deal with him, and he's yelled at. He's like. Not yelled at me, but he said, "Hey man," and I'll just ignore him. And today I was actually walking back and I saw him today, and then he happened to walk in front of the street right in front of me to this nice truck. And there was a man in casual business suit standing there and handed him a bunch of money. And I looked a little closer. Now this homeless guy looks like he's been in the street for years, but I looked a little closer and I could tell clearly that this guy that was giving him money was more than likely, they looked about the same age, like his brother, like a family member.
Okay.
So this is a guy who obviously comes from the community. His brother knows he's out on the streets, and he probably ended up out on the streets because of mental illness or drug use, or probably a combination of both.
Sure.
But his brother is still probably, whether it's once a week, once a day, once a month, his brother goes out there and gives him money. His brother checks in on him.
Still loves him.
Still loves him.
Yeah.
This is and it really did change my perspective in the moment that
They belong to somebody.
They belong to somebody, and this is a human being. And then this was yesterday, and then of course today I was walking to get my pack of cigarettes,
I mean, you
and
just ignored him, right?
I saw the guy, and we made eye contact with each other, and considering what I saw yesterday, we both looked at each other, and he called me the N-word. Yeah, so. There is a reason why he's on the streets.
But don't look at him next time, and he won't call you names.
Yeah. So
Oh,
really shot down the little moment that I had yesterday.
yeah.
I think I have a new clarity on the. Nope. Nope. I was
Yeah.
correct.
Still gonna ignore him every day.
Yep.
But I'm glad his brother's getting him some cash.
Do you think homeless people like blame him for giving the rest of the homeless people like a bad rap?
I think a lot of them give homeless people a bad rap.
You know what gives homeless people a bad rap?
homeless people.
Homeless people. Like that's.
And obviously if you there's the kind of homeless person that kind of keeps to themselves and they find their little corner and they stay there and they'll ask for money. And then there's the screamers, the aggressive ones. And
There's a dude down on Broadway who's like sits in a wheelchair. His legs move because I've seen him walk around. All right. And he'll walk around his chair screaming at people, just fucking full bore, yelling at cars and shit. And every time I'm just like, this fucking guy, man. Like,
I've only given money to one homeless dude. And I was in New York City and I was walking by and the dude's sign just said, "Not gonna lie, need money for pot." And I was like,
Well, here you go.
"Yeah,
man.
fucking here's a 10 spot." So I gave him the 10 spot and he was like, "Hold on, do you want a picture?" And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "With my sign, do you want a picture?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure."
And then he asked you for money afterwards.
No. So I gave him the 10 spot beforehand or whatever. So my ex-wife at the time, I handed her my phone. I was like, "Go ahead and take a picture." And I went to go pose and he literally slid another sign out and handed it to me that just said "Me Too." When I was standing there with that sign, I was like, "Motherfuck." And that was the only time that I was ever pissed off that I switched over to a fucking Android for a while because none of those pictures fucking transferred over when I updated my iPhone.
So when Jack told me this story earlier, it reminded me of a story in Baltimore. And I think I told it on the show.
You're supposed to be telling stories about the show.
Yeah.
He's the one to keep derailing this whole fucking thing.
I got pictures of me next to homeless people that are passed out in Baltimore because I was down there for like a week partying my ass off.
Yeah.
Come to find out, that's not the good part of Baltimore to be in.
There's a
Especially
good
at that
part of
time
Baltimore?
night. No, like this is a really
I
bad
think
part.
Camden is about it.
That's not
Yeah.
Baltimore. It's
Yeah.
its own thing.
Matter of fact, truth be told, you go a block in any direction from Camden Yards, it's not good.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's rough. Yeah. No, but I was in a ShopRite in a grocery store in Baltimore one night. And this old like Asian lady, like, you know, Chinese, Japanese, something, right? And
You could have just said Asian American.
but
Yeah.
like I'm not sure she was American because she didn't really speak English too well, but she knew the Ed word. And she bumped me with her cart, and I was like, "Oh, excuse me, ma'am." And she just starts going off on me, throwing N-bombs at my ass. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? We're in Baltimore, lady. All right. And sure as hell, 3 aisles over, I hear, what the fuck? And some big old yoked black dude comes walking around the corner, and he looks at me, and he looks at my face, and I got this weird look on my face while this old lady is just ripping into me, throwing N-bombs my way. And I look at him, I'm like, what the fuck? And he looks at me, he goes, sucks, doesn't it? And I was just like, God damn it. And I was like, fucking sucks, man. I was like, shit.
Are you ready? Are you ready for this statement?
Uh,
This is gonna have layers. You ready?
yeah.
Some of the most racist people I've ever met on the planet are Asians.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because there's an Asian hierarchy.
No, I want you to think about the layers of the statement that I just made. Because I essentially just made a racially disparaging remark about a people being racist.
Yeah. I mean, it happens to white people every day.
Well, there are a billion Han Chinese alone. I'd feel pretty superior if I'm part of a billion
Yeah,
people.
I think they're number one in the
Yeah.
hierarchy.
Yeah, they got the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like Chinese, Japanese.
No, as far
close
as
second.
numbers go, Han Chinese alone, there's a billion Han Chinese on this planet. They
I'm
are
impressed.
they make up
You could learn a thing or two. So, Scott Jansen, the real Scott Jansen, not Scott Janston. Let's not confuse these situations. Said he would be at the show at 7:30. Look out the front door.
It is 7:30 on the dot.
And that son of a bitch just pulled up.
That is fuck.
I mean, to be fair, he
He's had
probably
2,000 years of practice of showing up on time.
he probably
so
also
it's-
had his GPS on in his truck, and it was like, "Oh, I'll be there at 7:30."
Yeah, but that's not entirely an accurate thing. You can get there before or after, depending on
yeah,
traffic.
That dude
Yeah.
parked at 7:30.
Yeah,
He literally pulled up. I looked at the watch. I'm like, Jess.
Yeah.
we're gonna need this thing on here in a minute.
So speaking of favorite things in the show is the fact that the legend that we have built around Scott Jansen.
That's one of my
over
favorite
this show
things.
is one of my favorite things on this
one of my
fucking
favorite
show.
things about the show
Huh?
is where Mikey's hometown is.
Yeah, that's not my favorite.
It's my favorite. 'Cause
I just think it's a.
I've gotten
I think it's a
so much
stupid
shit
joke.
thrown at me. I've got so many times I've gotten hit.
Then who did I kick? I kicked
Me. It was
somebody.
me.
No, I kicked a guest that said some shit. I don't remember who it was. It
I
was
think it was Murph.
no, Murph's had to cross away.
Oh,
Son
he
of a
did.
bitch, he brought the whole tribe.
Yeah, he's got the whole crew with him. Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, for episode 100, he viewed it as so important to actually, after that crazy road trip of the first PCS move for one of his kids.
Yeah. And he's not shaved,
still
so
showed
Michelle's
up
not
to the
happy.
So, Scott Jansen is here. Welcome to the show, Scott.
Hi, buddy.
How you doing, buddy?
Are you coming on? No. You're not gonna
Just a guest appearance.
just guesting, just guesting real quick.
Well, before you totally ghost, you got to grab the mic. We've been going around the horn. And what is one of your favorite traditions, non-tradition, whatever?
Yeah,
from
we
the,
saved that for you.
That's for you. Yep. There it is. This is a boss right
I love
here.
that nobody said anything. He just saw
just
it
saw
and
it and was like,
assumed.
"Son of a bitch."
He's like, I'm in.
Well, that's how it works. If you see it, you got to drink it. But over the last 99 episodes, and this is episode 100, what is one of the your favorite things that the show has done, or one of the things that you wish would fucking go away?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I love being able to hang out with you guys on Mondays. That's fun.
Yeah.
Getting to talk to all the people when we go live. That's kind of fun.
I do love the buddy
would,
check.
What do I wish would go away? maybe the 4 hours we spend on what we did this weekend. We could maybe like condense it. I do my part. I'm like, yeah, I did this. That's it.
Yeah.
No.
It's like, how are you? Good.
Yeah. Anyway, good to see you guys.
Thanks, buddy.
So it's a full house. My mom, who we've talked about on the show, owns a cafe.
Yeah.
And decided to send mass amounts of food via a helper for everybody on the show. So
Thank
that's
you.
what all those
And
bags are.
thank you.
Thanks, Misty.
Tatsumi
So yeah, all those bags that she just dropped off is both food for the people on the show and a bunch of food for me to take home. apparently.
But she like your mom's cafe is like an hour and a half, 2 hours away.
Yeah.
Wow.
So my mom is actually checking into the hospital at 06 tomorrow morning, and she's getting that like bariatric surgery done or whatever. She's getting her stomach fucking tied off.
Oh yeah,
Weight loss. Yeah.
Really?
I'm proud of her. It's a health move.
it is.
I
a
got
health
a buddy
move.
of mine in
She's had a
Massachusetts.
struggle with it for like fucking
Science, man.
decades, man. And now like she's been with a nutritionist and a health specialist and all this stuff, and they were like, "Yep, like you are a prime candidate for this to be the way to do it."
I got
So-
a buddy of mine in Massachusetts that did that, and he went like full bore, like changed his diet, changed his lifestyle, did everything, and almost unrecognizable.
Yeah.
Like he's dropped fucking
like
over
John
100
Popper.
pounds. It's insane.
Well, hers is like she's getting the surgery done, and then like she has to go to like a liquid diet for 6 months.
Oh,
and,
wow.
like the whole 9 yards. Like it's going to be like a huge change.
Well, I think a
but,
6-month liquid diet would kind of help drop weight too.
but I mean,
I tried that after I got out of the army.
Yeah, but booze doesn't count.
yeah,
dude.
beer's not. It's not the same thing.
I'm still on that fucking train.
Oh, you eat solid food.
Yeah,
I
steaks.
just drink.
Yeah. So we had another gift for the 100th.
We did, and
So we
I'm
got-
proud of this one.
We
This
got
one's
food,
fucking
we got
amazing.
booze, we got great cigars, and then my wife, via her friend Terry, who runs the Blue Mixer Bakery.
which we are not allowed to tag. Apparently,
Yeah.
I heard that directive.
That's because of the nature of the gift, but phenomenal cookies over at this place. She made us nice little dick cookies.
Yeah,
So
it's apparently 13 dicks.
there's a baker's dozen of cock right there.
Why don't you pass those out, buddy? We can all
And,
fucking have a cookie.
Well, I want to get a picture with the
Oh,
box
we need to get a
prior
picture,
to.
that's right.
Yeah,
We'll eat 'em on the live.
Yeah, we'll eat them on the live because
I don't want to eat these on the live.
and I'm be like, go eat a dick, and you're like, all right,
Okay.
all right. And so, yeah, she had dick cookies, and
Well, to not break tradition, I'm gonna go take a piss.
I just want to say,
What? I wish Jazz would stop peeing so much.
that's one of my favorite parts of the show. Like the veins, the craftsmanship on these things. Like, look, they're veiny. Like she really pulled the stops out.
What would you call that one that's taped on top right there?
The main vein.
No, what like as the cookie itself.
What would I call
if
it?
you were to ask for that cookie, if it's sitting in a display case, what would you call that cookie?
The Cirque.
I know what you're thinking. I know you can't say it.
The hot chocolate. But I appreciate that she also put green ones in there. So there's green weenies for us to enjoy.
Can I
more
tell
time.
you guys about my dick fear?
Yeah.
Fear?
Can I do this topic here?
You have a fear of dicks?
Okay. No. So look, I'm an American.
Yeah.
We tend to be circumcised people here traditionally.
Yeah.
The majority of us are.
Yeah.
What a lot of Americans probably don't realize is the majority of the world
Is not.
is not circumcised.
It's true.
It's actually a minority practice.
Thanks, Jews.
Yeah, it is. It's a Jewish tradition
yeah.
that was left to other.
Then the Christians adopted
culture,
it, and yeah.
But not other Christians. Not all Christians practice it, including the Swedes. And in Sweden, I'm going to be going to visit my girlfriend's family there.
Yeah.
And in Sweden, they don't they don't
Right.
circumcise. And my whole life, I just remember, there's always that one kid that wasn't circumcised in every locker room or in every platoon.
Sure.
And you'd tear into them about their dick.
But they're anteater.
I made fun of so many of these guys' dicks.
Yeah.
And now I realize so in Sweden, they sauna. So the men will just sit around naked. And I'm going to be sitting there with my girlfriend's brothers and father. And I'm going to be the only I'm going to be the weird dick in the bunch.
Yeah.
And I feel like
You're gonna be the only one rocking a German
can you get
army
like an
helmet.
artificial
Yeah, get a little
Hood?
artificial sleeve for
I
it.
need something, right? Because they're going to tear
you
into
get a
me.
3D printer.
I don't
Jazz
want
is a 3D
I don't want to
printer.
be made fun of.
What do you need? What do you need? A hood?
They're
Yeah.
gonna make fun of my weird dome, man.
Wear an oversized merkin.
You know what? I know what I'll name
They're
this.
like, you're freaking touching my
jack.
daughter with that
I would-
weird freaking dome dick.
I would call this one Jazz's Stairs.
Dude, you can just call that one jazz because that's like actual size.
All right. No, you would be one of the vanilla flavored ones. Down
Oh
here.
yeah,
This one.
that
This one's
super tan one is him.
So actually, one of the guys in the audience, because Dick turns in the audience, he texted me and was like, "Favorite part of the show, Jazz's stairway."
Stairway. Fucking my interaction.
That was a great.
My favorite part of the show.
That's the only time
we
I've ever
still
seen a
can't fucking
that's,
talk about.
I know, right?
that's the only time I've ever seen a police baton at fucking full staff. That was fucking ridiculous. It's like a fucking mag light.
Looked like a mag light from the '80s.
It was insane.
The 4D.
Just 4D cells, just fucking,
Just a big dark forearm
Yeah.
hanging out.
just like a Red Bull tall boy just hanging there,
Looked like a
like a can of tennis balls.
looked like a
hanging there.
four pack of tennis balls. That
Fucking
is no
ridiculous.
joke.
It's insane.
Well, it's floppy disk. Yeah. Good God. Good God.
So that is our mediocre show 100.
Yeah, man.
We were missing a host. We had fucking Jack, so it was definitely a mediocre
Always.
show.
Oh, I'm Scott Janston.
Yeah.
It's Scott Janston.
Scott Janston.
It's Scott Janston over here.
It's like
So-
a bad facsimile. It's making a copy of a copy.
Right? And I want to shout out to the supporters of the show.
No shit.
The
For
people
all of
who
you,
have supported us
All the Patreons.
from the jump. The
I love the
Patreons.
Patreon supporters. I love the guys that are even the modern listeners and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
this shout out goes to the fucking 10 of you that heard that we were going to do this ridiculousness and have been with us since episode fucking 1.
Yeah.
Those guys that have been with us from the jump and
And
are still stuck in.
I got to give a shout out also while we're doing shout outs for the listeners to the fucking, pardon my French, but idiots
Yeah.
who have literally driven across this country
Yeah,
to
we
come
fucking
fucking
love
hang
you.
out with 4 fucking degenerates
We
for
fucking
no
love you,
reason.
Here's the
It's
other
so weird.
Here's the other thank you I'm going to throw out because I don't think we've ever done it, and I'm going to do it. But to the ladies in all of our lives that have given up fucking 100 weeks now of
I've had to deal with the bullshit.
Mondays,
Just put up with our weird shit for real.
the weird shit that we've done, the
Yeah.
weird times we've thrown you on camera for no fucking reason,
the
the,
One of
episodes
them's-
that
one
have
of
never
them's
been
laughing
aired.
at us
the
right
episodes
now.
that haven't been aired.
For 14 hours, she just wants to go.
Yeah, I mean that's a prime example. Is that Mrs. Jansen is sitting in the audience right now, and she just drove for 14 hours, and still stopped by the show for episode 100 and stuff like that. But the ladies in our lives that have put up with this shit for fucking 100 weeks now,
Yeah.
because we haven't missed. Like this has been
all of-
100 weeks
All of
straight,
John's Tinder dates.
including the one midget that he didn't swipe on.
You
That is
fucking asshole.
fucking asshole.
God.
But yeah, to all the ladies that have
All
put
the
up with this
dumpster
shit.
fires you've probably put your dick in over the years, and you said you passed on a midget. How dare you?
Yeah. But to the ladies that have put up with this shit, for the fact that we've come home drunk, you've driven us home drunk,
Dude, came and picked us up,
Yeah,
fucking
like-
dealt with our bullshit. Ugh.
and the fact that not only have you put up with it, but you've brought us gifts, you've dropped stuff off, you've fucking helped produce the show, like
Yeah.
you-
Help run social media.
Yeah, help run
fucking-
social media, made comments and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
to the ladies out there, I'm gonna lift this glass to the
Fucking
fucking
A.
ladies that have had our back for this
So,
whole fucking
here's to-
travel.
Here's
So
to Haley, Caitlin,
Can
Michelle.
I give a special shout out?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
No,
Name
Jack-
names.
Jack, you are actually the most frequent guest we have had on the show.
That's
Really?
true.
You
Yeah, you're the only one. This is number 3, the third time you've been here.
Yeah,
This
it
is
and
this is the
I've been-
third time
I've
you've been on
in studio
air
5
and been
times.
here 5 times.
Yeah.
So
I want to give my shout out to handsome little Justin over there.
Oh, we don't talk about that.
He's in
we're
the
not allowed to
audience.
talk about that. He's in the audience, but he's not.
Yeah.
He's over there.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
fuck. Edit that shit out, guys.
Redacted.
So much she just fired us.
Actually, to the producers that have come and gone,
Yeah.
We appreciate
Rob,
you too,
Justin.
fucking Rob, Justin,
Um,
all the ones that have sat in that chair.
Caitlin helped produce
Yeah,
for a while.
like,
Dave.
Dave.
Huge shout out to Dave, man. Dave has been
No
a
shit.
Dave's
fucking.
been clutch.
an
You want to
absolute
talk about
clutch.
the fucking silent linchpin that we've had sitting in the background?
For
Dave is
real,
fucking
dude.
money.
For real. But also Jack, Dick Turn, Chris Freeman.
Don't forget about Diarrhea Gary.
Oh, Diarrhea Gary. Always
shit.
shitting himself. God, what a good dude. Just really all the fucking good dudes
Yeah.
that we've had here.
Yeah, all the
I love
guests.
fucking good.
Including-
I know you do.
There it is. Oh my God. We didn't talk about that shit show episode where we had the fucking dude from the distillery on here.
Oh,
And we just were
yeah.
running through bottles like they were going out of style.
Oh, yeah, that was wild. How about Cletus that one time?
Oh, dude, the deleted
The
episode.
deleted episode. Fucking Cletus.
Maybe we should put that out.
man.
Do we still have those
No.
files?
Nope, that's
No.
gone.
No.
We,
Yeah, the production team was going, nope, that was deleted.
Yeah, we
burned
burnt
that
that
shit.
hard drive.
That one's
we
been
didn't even just
gone.
delete it.
fuck.
I do.
yeah.
I do.
You
have to-
know, Alex Jones wouldn't delete his shit. Just saying, guys.
He would have this one.
yeah, he would.
This
just
one was
wanna
too
point
bad
out-
for even Alex Jones.
I just
Yeah.
want to point out the standard we actually do have. We actually made a call on whether or not we wanted to have Alex Jones on the show because we had the opportunity.
Yeah.
And actually, we're like, we're bad, but we're not that desperate. We're
We'll keep it in our little world.
yeah.
Not head out to the fucking
Actually, I
tinfoil
think how the
hats.
conversation went was we'd have to do homework in order to be able to carry the conversation with him.
Yeah.
So
And we've talked about alien conspiracies and shit on this show, and we're still like, I don't know. We're like, that might be a bad call.
But really, thank everybody out there. Thank you for all the fucking support,
Yeah.
man. You guys have been absolutely clutch and huge in this crazy little project that we started a year and a half ago. Just fucking.
And it's been
you know,
a lot of evolutions between equipment, the
yeah.
set, the channels,
the
the,
amount
whole
of
nine
booze we
yards.
drank,
Yeah.
we went
fuck.
from like going through like a bottle to trying to figure out how we can buy a bottle to having like 37 bottles on the bar to drinking like 6 bottles a night between
yeah,
all of us.
Fuck.
It's been bad. But
been
it's been a hell of a
awesomely bad.
journey. And I'm going to raise my glass
That's right.
and say thank you to all of you out there. And especially you motherfuckers. Scott, I know you're not on the camera right now, but this one's to you
But-
too, buddy.
And this is. I don't know why you're not on the camera right now.
Yeah, come in for at least this
Like-
cheers, man. Come on.
I can give up my seat.
You're
Do
literally.
it with a core four. Do it with a core four. Do it with no.
So
Hey, Scott, I'm half vax, so have at it. I'm doing that Pfizer shit, man.
So I'm going to raise this glass, and especially to you fuckers in this room.
Yeah.
I cannot thank you enough from weird times to where we're at now and stuff like that. Thank you for being my fucking freedom friends. You're
Fucking
some of the
A.
best dudes I've ever met in my fucking life, and I count myself lucky to count you guys as friends. Here's to the
Cheers,
100
boys.
episodes we've got in the bank. Here's to 100 fucking more, and here's to all of you out there. Fucking love every single one of you.
And as always, it's just 3 words. It's three
Three
small
simple,
little things,
Little tiny
that
things.
we live by on this mediocre show we call the Freedom Friends. And Scotty boy, why don't you hit him with the first one?
I'm gonna fuck it up.
No, you won't. You're good.
Drink on.
No.
No, he
Yeah,
fucked it
you
up.
fucked it up.
He
Yeah.
fucked it up.
Way to hold a whole nother the tradition, buddy. I fucking appreciate you. John, why don't
Johnny
you try
boy.
it?
Smoke on.
Oh, now my turn. Drink on.
There you go.
And
There you
God
go.
damn it, boys, freedom the fuck on.